Hi, I'm Miriam Matlock with Nextdoor Realty.
Hi, this is AJ Angachala with Nextdoor Realty.
Thanks so much for being here. We're excited to talk about Lafayette Square today.
The home to Victorian-style townhomes in St. Louis has tons and tons of character, up there with Central West End, a tucked-in neighborhood in the middle of St. Louis City, with amazing proximity, walking distance, restaurants, coffee shops, amenities, right here in St. Louis.
In Lafayette Square, there are a variety of types of homes. There's very large 3- and 4-story homes that are Victorian row homes. They're very similar to what we would know as like the Painted Ladies. They have a lot of beautiful architectural detail.
Parked right in the middle of the Lafayette Square neighborhood. It's a swimming pool that is accessible only to the homeowners in the neighborhood. There's a community garden that if you like to garden, you can be part of that.
Many of the homes have multi-levels that still maintain historic features from when they were originally built. And one of the things that that community really enjoys is the historicity of its own community. So if you were to want to purchase a home in Lafayette Square and you know a little bit about this kind of history, but you're interested in knowing more, the community will come around you and help you find resources for refurbishing and restoring the home that you purchase. It becomes a real family, a network of people who care about the historicity of these kind of homes, and they share the joy and the interest of this kind of community and living in it in a way that feels refurbished, feels refreshed and exciting.
On the note of shared interest, they have annual garden tour where you get to garden other people's backyards and what they have done amazing in their backyards, which is a very popular event. And also, so is the annual bike ride that goes to Lafayette Square every year in the September. So condos in Lafayette Square could be anywhere from $250,000 or $300,000 to north of $500,000. If you're talking about a large home in Lafayette Square, that could be anywhere from $800,000 to almost $2 million.
The homes that sit around the actual square facing the park are significantly more expensive. You probably couldn't get one for less than $450,000, even if it needs work. But once you go a couple of roads back off of the park, you can start finding things a little bit more affordable or already refurbished, maybe still in that $1 million mark, but ready to go rather than needing some work. There are condos that are more affordable, and there are some rentals, I do believe, but less than you might think because people really like living there. They buy to own and they stay.
Park Avenue Coffee is my personal favorite. Squires has really good brunch. What do you like, Miriam?
Squires is really a go-to for my girlfriends and our outings and our brunch breakfast desires. But there are a lot of really great microbreweries, cute
Brewery.
little shops of artists, and
1111 Mississippi is a pretty good restaurant. Their menu is like a book. And every item on the menu is really good.
they have one of the few, is it Ethiopian restaurants down there. We have heard that some of the Cardinals visit some of those restaurants and that they're known for having kind of St. Louis elite pop in and out of it. So it's one of those places where you might bump into some cool St. Louis celebrities if you wanted to try to do that.
And we had the opportunity to help our clients buy and sell in Lafayette Square, right on 2107 Park Avenue, which is an iconic home in Lafayette Square with murals featured on the wall from floor to ceiling. 2007 Park Avenue that had a beautiful side yard for Gatsby-style parties with koi pond and paved concrete, a 3-car garage. Awesome home. Some of these are double lots. Some of these are private cul-de-sacs. So it's Lafayette Square is home to wonderful home with a wonderful neighborhood and community sense.
I would say the Lafayette Square downsides might include the fact that the price point is pretty high. The people who want to live there and want that historicity and that small community feel, neighborhood feel, are willing to pay for it. And so the price point can be significantly higher than other homes in maybe even the same zip code, but further off the square, or not really part of the Lafayette Square neighborhood.
A lot of families with kids in the neighborhood choose to send their kids to private schools or charter schools because
The St. Louis City Schools may not be their number one choice for where they live and the zip code they live in, but there are other options. They're just a little bit more complicated to pursue than just signing your child up for the neighborhood public school.
yeah, the proximity to the highways 55, 44, 64, 40, they're all within 2-minute drives, and everything the downtown has to offer, the soccer park, the ball games, all those are just like 5-minute drive to the downtown.
I would say one more downside to living in Lafayette Square would be the lack of privacy. The homes are very much on top of each other. Windows sometimes face windows of neighbors. Your front yard might be 3 feet off of the sidewalk. And then there's your front door, and the backyard may be not very large and buttressed up to everybody else's backyards, which for someone who loves a neighborhood feel and a small town community, it's not a big deal. But for someone who's looking for a more private setting, just some personal space and a view of trees and sunsets and sunrises. That's what the park is for, more so than your personal home, is to go and enjoy the nature. Still kind of public.
And a lot of these homes have the arch views and the downtown skyline view from their second-story balcony or
third-story balcony.
Yeah,
fourth-story balcony.
Yeah, 3-story homes.
Another downside to living in one of these older homes might be the fact that the foundations are old. The homes themselves are old. I mean, historic, beautiful, refurbished. But what you're looking at when you're purchasing an old home is a set of to-dos and maintenance schedules that are very different than a new construction or just a 50-year-old home. So if you're not familiar with what it means to own a historic home, one, they have amazing people who can help you there within the square who own homes and love doing this kind of work, and no specialists. But working with a stone foundation and the kind of water sealing techniques that go into keeping your basement dry, I mean, it's a whole different beast than just having a poured foundation out in the county somewhere. So.
And being in the historic district comes with its restrictions of how you can update your home, how you can paint it. You have to preserve that historic look and feel. It comes with that windows. You have to maintain that. Not that you can't update, but even though you update, it has to be of that style and era that fits the rest of the neighborhood.
Some of these challenges as far as purchasing these older homes might seem a little overwhelming, but that's why you would hire us as real estate agents to help you with this. We can walk you step by step through figuring out where your connections are, who the people in the community are, to feel confident in this kind of home purchase, as well as show you the different types of homes in the area, whether you might be interested in a 4-story, elaborate 2-lot, beautiful painted lady looking at the park, or maybe just a single family row house a few roads back that feels a little more quaint and a little bit more modern, and something that you could just jump right into.
If you're interested in Lafayette Square or any neighborhood in St. Louis, please give us a call. Our contact information is below.